stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. In today's culture, that's labeled toxic masculinity. But Scripture reveals the truth. Strength rooted in love is biblical masculinity. Make your choice.
Welcome back to the Choice Podcast. Josh is giving me hand signals, episode 55.
55!
Well, his hand signals might mean it's actually like 56
or 53.
Or 3. We're not real sure.
We're not sure.
But holy cazzoles. And here's the thing about it, Josh. I don't know how I feel about this whole evening setup. We have I try to maintain an eclectic mix of friends, okay?
Yeah.
I'm making the whole thing up. But
Sure.
we are heavy on the southern border this evening.
Look, it's heavy in my friend category right now.
Oh, my goodness.
And I brought some good friends. Like, these are some solid people.
I know. Hey.
We just wrapped up with a friend of mine from the other side of the world.
Yep.
Well,
bearded.
he's not from there. He's from South Louisiana, but he was on the other side of the
You
world
said he's
in the future while we were talking to him.
8 hours in the future.
But
And-
now
yeah.
we're back in Cajun
And
country.
they're actually in the past.
Yeah, they're actually an hour behind.
Yeah.
So do the math on that one, Jack.
So have they even had? You guys? Did they have New Year's yet?
They might have. They might have.
We're not real sure.
I don't know.
Well, listen. So Josh invited his good friend Gary, also known as the Squatch. We didn't call him that because he's a tall guy and he'd have beat the tar out of me.
He's
So,
a big boy now.
but he said he's the tallest man in the Middle East right now.
He absolutely
to
is. He makes them all look like little garden gnomes.
Garden gnomes.
Yep.
And right now, and so Josh has been teeing this one up, man. He's been fired up.
I'm
So we
excited for this one.
Yeah, so the folks we have on right now, Josh has been telling me about ever since they visited at Christmas. Or no, in early December. It wasn't Christmas. And then I got this email from this gal named Victoria who's like, I got some really good questions that are really important biblical topics that need to be addressed on your show.
And we just said, bring it.
And yeah, I didn't actually know that you all knew Josh, and I was reading through the choice emails, choicepodcastshow@gmail.com.
I think your response was, are you willing to come on the show and defend your point of view?
Something like that. You want to know Go ahead.
That was your response, Josh.
Oh. that math checks out.
Well, should I tell them what the things they want to bring up later? We won't do it right now, but the things they want to hit before we're done with these folks
Sure,
tonight?
why not? Bring it up now, and
Things
then we'll
like
introduce them.
Men's hairstyles compared to IQ levels. Okay.
Oh goodness, that's Victoria.
This is one of my favorite ones, and I have a good friend named Brandon, we argued about this over and over and over. And which sports are sports? Okay. And she also added, and which ones are guys overcompensating for being bad at life? That's pretty good. This is all right. Okay, Vic. This one here is a little bizarre. Can men use hand lotion, and how much is too much? Give me a break. That's a stupid
wait a minute.
question.
Wait a minute. It's not. If you'd have got in my car before the podcast show tonight and you would have drove my 2 teenage sons to their friend's house, I had the windows down at the red light. I'm like, listen, you two, answer me right now. Who put some weird French scent on? What is that
give me
smell?
A break.
And both of them had a
Name
look like
yourself.
they looked at me. They're like, "Wasn't me, Dad." I'm like, "It was one of you
One
because
of
it
you.
wasn't me. I
Yeah.
don't smell like lavender." And
Maybe it was your beard cream. That's actually a really question. Go ahead.
I don't use
That's-
beard cream.
Allan.
I do have a beard butter.
Yeah,
beard
that's-
salve. It's beard salve.
How do you
But-
spell salve?
don't-
Yeah, I can spell that.
But mine is like bourbon and temple smoke or something very manly like that.
It's like where it says in Revelation, the incense will please, the aroma was pleasing to the nostrils.
You want to smell my beard, Eric?
No.
Okay, good. That would be
Stupid,
really weird. And we have
nasty
video
beard.
now. That'd be really, really embarrassing.
Hey, does Allan have a beard?
No, let me introduce our friends, though. That's good. That's good.
Okay, the last one.
Okay.
Speaking of that,
Oh,
real
sorry,
quick,
sorry, go
last one that we need to get to later, sometime in the next 2 episodes. Scented things for men. Which scents are acceptable?
My boys need to be listening.
And then the only time in the history of this show that someone's referenced the Song of Solomon. Give me a break.
All right.
All right. This is a manly
right.
show. They have that love letter crap out of here.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I mean, it can't be. It's not all.
I actually have an update on that. You guys have.
But you wrote a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually have an update on that since I read that because I was show prepping. But anyways,
All
Josh.
right. So, ladies and gentlemen, on the show tonight, our guests, Mr. Allan Eager and his lovely wife, Victoria Eager, on the show. Welcome to the Choice Podcast. Let me give you a little. Let me give you a little background here. I don't exactly remember when I met Victoria, but I'm going to guess it was probably when she was around 9 or 10. Do you think that sounds about right, Vic? Maybe before, maybe after, but around that time.
Yeah. Whenever you and Miss Holly were getting together.
Yeah. So we started dating. Cassidy was 9, and Victoria is like 1 or 2 days younger than older than Cass. Yeah. So I've known Victoria most of her life. She's been my oldest daughter's dearest friend, very, very faithful friend all through her life. And Holly and I like to say our unofficial adopted daughter. If we were to have one, it would be Vic. And then one day Vic came. She does come to Thanksgiving up here in Virginia to visit us quite often and has for years. And one visit, she came up and said, I met a guy. So I did what every unofficial adopted dad is supposed to do. It's in the handbook. I called my friend at the FBI and ran Allan's name. So that was my first moment with Allan, although he doesn't know that until now. So I was immediately checking Allan out through the bureau. And fortunately, we found out he seems to be a pretty upstanding guy.
Straight shooter.
Yeah. No derogatory information on Mr. Eager. So at that point, he was a pretty good guy. And then I got to meet him in person this year for Thanksgiving. To his credit, he dropped everything for the holidays, the Thanksgiving holidays, and brought his wife and their adorable brand new baby, who now I guess is probably, is she a year old now? Almost a year?
Almost
a year old. Couple more weeks. Beautiful baby girl up. So he brought his brand new daughter and his lovely wife, Victoria, up to see us for Thanksgiving. And we had an absolute ball with all of them. And I'll tell you, this is the happiest baby I've ever met in my life. That child doesn't know how to cry. It was really impressive. A lot of fun. So anyway, we had some good conversations at our house over a few days during Thanksgiving. And I said, man, we need these guys on the podcast. Well, they started listening and they started firing some pretty spicy questions.
In fact, they did. Not long later.
So here we are today. Welcome to the podcast, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys have listened to quite a few. How many episodes? You got through all 50, didn't you?
I have. I just finished the 50th episode on Monday.
Did you say that to one?
I have not. Well, I have not. I've listened thoroughly to probably 7.
Okay, good.
Okay,
I'm kind of
That's better. That's good. I'm glad because.
Well, wait a minute. Did you hear? I think it was episode 38, maybe. The guys will correct me, where we introduced the little known Andrea, the wife of Peter.
Yes.
Yes.
So I would like
moment.
I would like to hear your thoughts on our biblical liberties we took, and on Eric's first time ever having a full-on conversation.
I hated
as a woman.
every second of it. A stupid
You
job.
did a great job, man. It was quality.
It was great. The only thing that was lacking was the video. I really wish there'd been video of
There'd been a wig.
Well, we
Yeah,
were
that would've
thinking
been
like a really bad wig, like maybe just a mop head would have been appropriate.
Yes.
I just thought of something, and I have a treat for you tonight. I'm going to weave it right into this.
Careful now.
Perfectly.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right. With that, Well,
He's taking notes as we're talking, so he's writing. This is like a prank thing, this is
prank.
like Impractical Jokers Christian version, but PG like 13 plus probably.
Yeah, look. So where do we want to start with these guys? They have a great story to tell, I do believe.
Man, I'm ready to dig in. This is a really cool story. They have, I mean, it's almost movie worthy because I think it's a testament of God's faithfulness. I didn't know Allan as he was growing up, but watching Victoria grow up. So I'll tell you a little bit about their story, and then you guys correct me when I'm wrong. Because if I don't know, I might just make something up that sounds cool. And you can also just agree if you want to.
It's cool enough. Slide.
It's
yeah,
what?
we'll correct it.
Yeah. If it's cool enough,
I'll let it slide.
Let it slide. There we go. So you guys got married, what some people would say would be rather late in comparison to some. You guys were late 20s when you got married, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I was 29.
27. I was 27. She was 29.
So she was robbing the cradle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Look, the ones in the cradle don't run as fast to get away.
That's funny.
Well, I just got chastised by the guys on the show. You guys didn't see it. They did it through some signs and flagging me down with legal pads like, hey, idiot, you missed the buy-in question. So I'm going to pause, throw it back to Eric, and we're going to get some buy-in questions for you guys.
Here's the problem with this. Do we buy-in question the ladies when we had them on? Like,
I don't think we did, but let's do it now. I think Vic can handle it.
Actually,
I have no doubt.
Here's what we'll do. I'm going to ask one. Okay, you ready for this, Allan?
You ask her.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you the first buy-in question. You can ask her any buy-in question you want.
Oh, my.
Because you've listened to enough now and I don't care if they're the actual ones. We have 3 regulars, a secret one, which we won't use that one.
We will not use it.
But you can ask her any buy. This is your chance. She'll think it's actually ours, so she'll have to answer it. Okay.
Oh, man, I wish you'd sent me a text and I could have.
That's not how this podcast works. If you've listened to all of them, you know you just make things up as we go.
That's right.
I know.
You just act like you own it, and we'll probably believe it's real.
Right.
So.
And Josh says the majority of the room believes it, then you have to too.
That's
it's called
right.
groupthink.
It's groupthink. Yep.
All right, Josh. We're gonna ask old Allan here. Which one of our 2 do we want? Do we want the? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask him right out of the gate.
Do it.
Hey, you ever eaten a dog biscuit, Allan?
I actually have. Yes.
That's my boy. Hey, hold on. Hold on a second. We're gonna pause. Maddie B, put a tracker up there for total. Yes, just put yeses and nos. Dog biscuits.
With what marker?
Oh, that's right. Wow, we're such a low budget operation. Markers don't even
Doesn't work.
Oh, the blue one. Throw it out of here. We don't have a marker that works. We're gonna steal one from it. All right. Well, at some point, we're in the 8 to 10 category of. Did you think? Hey, did you know that, Vic, that he has tried a dog biscuit?
Did I know?
I don't think she's heard this story.
Wait a minute, Vic. Did you try one?
I mean,
No.
I was like 3 or 4,
See?
but it was to get out of eating eggplant.
Oh, she's had it too.
I mean,
Still counts.
So what's your story, Allan? Tell us about your dog.
Well, I had a little fox terrier that I loved when I was 7.
All right. Hey, give me a record scratch. I think you misspelled Labrador.
No. Hey, we lived in the city. We had a tiny little patio. We didn't have room
he's
for a Labrador.
from Mexico. He thinks Chihuahua.
That Labrador would have been miserable.
That's right.
Fine.
So we had a little terrier, and it was my job to take care of the terrier. And I decided one day to just give one of those dog bones a try, and it tasted pretty good. So I would snack on them every once in a while until
This was a regular thing?
until my siblings realized that I was eating the dog food, and they thought it was hilarious. So they took a video and made me act like a dog, and I would crawl into the dog crate.
I
and
love
lie
it.
down.
Hey, Once in a while, he said, not once. Once in a while. And a while is every couple hours.
He's 100% qualified to be our friend.
Yeah.
You grow up in a third world country. You eat what you can.
And then the dog. Yeah. Come on.
So wait a minute, Vic. Let's hear your story. You said
I was
something
first
about.
wondering if this changes her opinion of him.
No, she ate a dog biscuit too.
Well, I mean, how old were you?
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's an impressive age.
Okay.
It would not. Our daughter eventually eats dog food at some point to get out of something I cooked.
Look, I would say
but-
his stock should go up the older he was. Because you talking about like that. Here's the thing about it, Vic. Now you tell me if we're crazy, but from a woman's perspective, actually, we've already established on this podcast at around 17 or 18 when the girls were on that they don't care about feats of strength. They care about.
True.
Back us up here, Vic. You got girls don't care about feats of strength like eating dog biscuits as a challenge. Guys are like, I would befriend a guy simply because he ate more dog biscuits in 60 seconds than the next guy. Right?
That's
But
fair.
for-
That's fair.
But for,
So
yeah, go ahead.
of that, but because of the resourcefulness, I could see that being, an approved quality in a man, that he was willing to go so far for the survival of his family to find some dog biscuits. I could roll with that.
See, look here.
I'll tell you,
She fits right in.
she does fit in.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
She's also hung out with my family for a lot of years.
That is a
so,
problem.
I mean, maybe her judgment's questionable. I don't know. We'll see. Well, Vic, I want to hear it. You said something about you were trying to get out of eating eggplant, and that's why you ate a dog biscuit. What was that about?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a dog biscuit as much as the actual dog food.
That's next
Because
level.
we family where you didn't get to like pick what you wanted for dinner. You ate what was in front of you, the respectable way. And so, Mom made eggplant and we didn't like it. And I just remember like she was in the back of the house doing something and the dogs had been fed and hadn't eaten it. And so we went and picked out a few pieces of kibble and we'd like go get some
kibble.
and then go back. Yep.
I'll tell you.
But there's it's horse, whatever.
Yeah, you and you guys had a lot. You guys had several dogs back then. That was back when y'all had like cowboy.
Actually, that was way later on. At that point, we had a golden retriever and a Dalmatian.
That's cool. Vic has a thing now where she names her dogs human food names. Like she had a dog named Ribeye or Pork Chop or something. And her explanation for that was if something like the apocalypse were to happen and she was out of food and had to eat the dog, and your friends are checking on you, they're like, "Hey, Victoria, did you eat today?" Like, "Oh, all I had was a ribeye." There you go. You don't sound.
No, it's code.
Yeah.
Veiled. Well, all right, Alan. What's your buy-in question for Victoria? Now that you've had a few minutes to think about it.
I thought we'd skipped it.
No, we ain't skipping that. That's gonna be the best part.
Yeah. This is all lead in.
My question for Victoria is facial hair on a man acceptable or not?
Oh, be very careful, Vic.
On the type.
Type of man or the type of facial hair?
The type of facial hair.
Okay. Like a Fu Manchu. Out. Beard
Fu
in.
Manchu. Like tiny braided beard.
Ooh.
With the little pointy mustache. What's a Fu Manchu?
Oh, don't worry about that. So what was you like? What beards are in and what aren't?
Yeah, what beards are out? Let's start there.
I mean, if it looks kept, it's fine.
Okay.
If look homeless, you should fix mustaches, unless you are over 50, always out.
Always out.
Always.
Wait, tell
Listen up, man.
Yes.
Maddie B.
You are instantly a pedophile. Not in person.
That's funny.
Yeah, well, I'll just let you know I've shaved since I last saw you guys.
No.
Like
Not completely, but I've cleaned it up to a more business appropriate length. It doesn't when you see my beard, you don't think, wow, that guy's got a big beard. You just think, oh, he has a beard. It was a sad day.
He made like the big bushy, redneck beard a thing again. And as long as I'm not having to watch you pick the food bits out, I'm okay. But the minute you start rummaging or smelling in front of me or anything, like smelling your beard because it smells like hamburger, no, it's got to go.
Chicken nuggets. All right.
Bourbon and Temple Smoke. Actually, you'll appreciate it. I shaved mine just before a white elephant party. And the whole reason I did it, I was going to shave the 8 inches of beard clippings and put them in a Ziploc bag and label it my nose hair trimmings from 2025 as my white elephant gift.
But you didn't? Who talked you out of this?
My wife told me that
Come
was
on.
absolutely unacceptable.
Why is that?
I think I made her ashamed of me again.
And then he sat in my driveway and incessantly beat her.
No, I just kept the Ziploc bag.
I'll give you a break. You got issues, this guy.
I sent it to you in the mail.
Train you.
That's funny.
So,
Or you want to do more, or you want to pick up where you were? More buy-ins, or I think we can pick up where you were left off.
Yeah. So what I would like to do is start with y'all's story pre-marriage. I'd like to hear, and not like everything, but just kind of like your faith journey. When did you start following the Lord? What was that life like? And then let's just pause there. I'll just go there. When did you both come to the Lord? Let's just go with that.
I was saved at 8 years old.
and I was probably 4, 3, 5, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's good. So you guys were both in church with your families as young children. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grew up in Christian.
Yeah, both grew up in Christian homes. So Victoria, obviously, I already know the answer. She grew up in same town that I'm from, Lafayette, Louisiana, or surrounding areas. And we went to church a lot together. Her families and my family. Allan, tell us about your family, because it's a bit unique. It's a bit different. You grew up outside the country, but you guys are living in Louisiana now. So tell us where you're from and how you wound up here.
Yeah, so I grew up in Torreon, Mexico.
Born
it's,
there?
North Mexico, right in the middle of a desert. My grandparents moved down from Michigan in the 1960s, I believe, as missionaries, and then they just ended up staying there. And so my mom grew up there, married a Mexican. I grew up there. I was born in Texas, but I never lived there. We were just visiting family. So I grew up, lived in Mexico for 20 years, spoke the language, went to church there. We would visit the United States every once in a while, but I spent the majority of my life down there. I met Victoria in Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock.
They got a lot of cowboys out there.
Yeah. I was at a discipleship intern training program that Victoria had just completed, and she had moved back to Lubbock, and so we met at the church there.
Nice.
And so I've been in the States ever since, but I grew up in Mexico.
Okay, so the next time we have them on, you'll see that when you put the two of them side by side, Victoria looks like the one that was born and raised in Mexico, and Allan looks... What's that?
When you said adopted daughter,
Yeah.
I looked the part.
That's right. Allan looks like he was born and raised in middle America, played baseball his whole life, and eats apple pie. And
Kind of like he's from Michigan.
Yeah, like he's from Michigan or something crazy like that. But he's born and raised in Mexico. And
Did you know that Michigan has a city that's modeled after like all German or Swiss towns?
Allan?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's like up there in the middle of the state. It's bizarre as all get out. You ever seen like those fancy Swiss mountain towns and all those crazy? Yeah, same thing. We can look that up right now to figure out the name of that place. It's wild.
I would go there.
Michigan's it's an interesting place. Nonetheless.
Michigan.
I was looking the other day, every wave on the Great Lakes, to include Lake Michigan, this past weekend was over. Every lake had waves that were over 20 feet.
So you could surf there.
No, you could die there.
Also that.
Yes.
Yeah, crazy. Did you know that those Great Lakes got waves that were like one of them was like 34-foot average waves? Like, you kidding me?
Yeah, that's pretty
34
crazy.
feet. That's
And
ridiculous.
with no hurt.
Yeah, no hurricanes
That's
up there.
Nothing. Yeah. What's the name of that town, Maddie B? Spell that. Or say it.
Frankenmuth.
Frankenmuth. Look
That
it up.
sounds like he made that up.
Frankenmuth.
I'm going to go to Frankenmuth.
Anywho. Yeah.
Nope,
Well,
it straight
it's
up says
scrolling.
Frankenmuth. Yep.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Anyhow, where were we at?
Yeah,
So he's from, not from Mexico.
Yeah, born and raised in Mexico and speaks better English than most people I know that are born and raised in the United States. I mean, the guy's got a very, very good command of English language.
I wouldn't
and
even have known that he speaks Spanish.
His enunciation's so proper, and mine is so garbage. But look where I grew up in Louisiana
One of the
public
things
schools.
Was one of the things that was most attractive to me.
Was
His dialect.
his
His
dialect
dialect. Oh, boy.
most attractive? And here we thought it was like biceps, and let me do more push-ups.
How
so the
many
girls
dog
will
biscuits
notice.
can I eat?
Oh, you got seen me.
Okay, so you guys are both walking with the Lord from an early age, and you're growing up in Christian families. You both, in your young adult life, go to a discipleship training school. So you're obviously living some committed lives to your faith in Christ. But my question is, as a young adult, I was ready to get married. I wanted to have a wife and have a family. Was that on the radar, Vic?
I mean, in the theory, yes. But I also really enjoyed single life because you get to do what you want and be as busy as you want and stay up late as you want and not have to really check in with other people to do things. So, and it was just there's a greater ability to drop everything and go when you're single versus when you're not. And it's like, I think most girls do think of like, one day you want to get married. And I guess my approach was like, if the Lord wills it, absolutely, I would love to get married. But I don't just want to marry anybody. And I don't want to waste a lot of time trying to figure out who to marry, if that makes sense. Like,
Okay, then. So what were the top 5 qualities you were looking for then?
Well, that's just good for
I
other
did-
guys, right? So, like, Vic, like, for the fellas, and this is from your perspective, what qualities, we've done this once, and I see if it matches up, or what qualities do ladies look for when you're in your mid-20s looking for a young mate? This is good. This will apply.
Well, the thing, I had a very bare minimum list. My list was, had to love the Lord, and they had to ask me out in person. And you would not believe all that weeds out.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Take note, fellas, because I would bet you, Maddie B, does that seem brave?
Well, and that was because it takes a lot of guts to ask a girl out face to face. And I have been told that I have a big personality. So
What?
You don't say.
So I figured, I mean, I don't know where it came from, but I was just like, there's a level of courage that comes from asking a girl out face to face and like being willing to face the rejection of her saying no, like
I like that.
staring into your eyes, like you're not good. No. So to me, that was like, if a guy asked me out face to face, I would say yes. It only steered me like towards somebody who I didn't want to say yes, but I stuck by my rule. There were two dates that I went on where the guy asked me out, 2 different guys, but they asked me out in person, and I didn't think it would go anywhere, but I did say yes out of respect for the courage that they had.
Okay.
And that was my.
I like it. So They love the Lord, and they've got to do it in person. They can't send you a text, hey, you want to go grab a bite to eat?
Almost like that lines up with our theme verse. Be strong, act like men.
Yeah, act like a man.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not a boy. A man.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh,
Don't
yeah,
act
yeah.
like a boy. That's
Little
good.
Text me from a distance, you weenie.
Yeah, weasel. Little weasel man.
Wuss. Good job, Allan. Can we give him some applause for that? Great work.
And I'll say, look, Victoria does have a big personality. You better have your big boy pants on when you
Listen. If she's emailing the show telling me we need to figure out, like, can men use hand lotion and which things are sports. And actually, the one I'd like, you have more to ask.
Let's go.
Men's IQ levels attached to hairstyles. Because we're okay. So this next episode,
All right, we're gonna start unpacking some of that.
All right, yeah. Next episode, we'll have him back on, and we're gonna get into some like biblical, like young married, like masculinity role stuff, whatever you got, that kind of stuff, like for fellas and ladies. Like let's sort out what this marriage thing looks like. Is it hard or is it easy? What are some pointers? But for this one, I still have a little fun. So. First one, yeah. What do you got?
Well, I just wanted to kick that same question back to Allan real quick and just kind of put a bow around it. That's not very.
We just talked about bows last episode.
We did.
They were rainbows. Hey, did you know this, Allan and Victoria? If you were to look at a rainbow from the air,
from an aviator,
what
perspective,
does it look like? Or from God's perspective, what does it look like?
Oh,
Serious? Well, because the light would you see it?
You can't Google the answer right now. Just so you know, that's the rules.
No phones go.
No phones go.
no, I've never seen one from the air.
I would think you can't see it, or it will just look like cloud. Because the light would be coming from the sun. And that's what
I'm with you, and I actually don't recall this either. But my man Gary and your man Gary says it looks like a circle.
I think if you were high up enough, Vic, you were above the rain clouds.
He's right.
You probably
It's a
wouldn't
circle.
see it, but
Yeah.
it looks like a circle, which is interesting because from our perspective, there's a beginning and the end. From God's perspective, there is no end to that. That was Gary's point.
Wow.
That's interesting.
And the covenant he gave us in Genesis 9 has no end.
Is forever.
Yeah.
There you go.
even though sometimes it feels like it in the middle of a hurricane in South.
Yeah, and there are some rainbows after that. Now, in the middle of that hurricane, things are really nice, though. In the very middle. The very middle.
It's like nice fall weather.
Yeah, because it's usually comes at the hot time of the year, into the summer-ish. It's hot and humid. Then the storm comes, and it's massive. But when the eye is right over you, everything gets calm, and it is the most comfortable time of the year. It's so beautiful. But then the big one's coming right after, so get back inside. Sandbag the doors. The water's about to rise. Okay, so Allan, how about you? When you were single in your, say, early 20s, mid-20s, were you looking for marriage, for a wife? If so, what did that look like? Did you have two non-negotiables like Victoria, or did you have a list of them? What was that like for you?
It depends on at what age. My early 20s, I wasn't mature and I was not following the Lord very faithfully either. So yes, I wanted to get married, but I did not have the right criteria. So it wasn't until my mid 20s that I repurposed my life and decided, well, this is not working. So Lord, I'll go back to you and see if you can make this any better, which he did. And it was obviously the right decision. And I'm very blessed that happened. But around, 25, 26, I decided that I wasn't going to pursue marriage. I was going to be open to the Lord showing me someone to pursue, but I wasn't necessarily asking a bunch of people out. And even when I met Victoria, I was not impressed at the beginning. I thought, well, it got off on the wrong
rephrase
foot.
that. Rephrase that.
No, she understands. What happened
It's
was,
valid.
as you know, Josh, Victoria has.
They're still young in
enjoys
their
the
marriage. He hasn't quite
sarcasm.
figured this thing out yet.
Victoria enjoys the use of sarcasm.
Extremely.
And the very first thing that I heard her say. It was at a gathering with a bunch of young people at a house in Lubbock. I just met her, and she made a comment, something along the lines of, "Oh, men, what do we need them for?" So I thought she was being serious, and I thought she was some kind of raging feminist. And so she went to the bottom of my list immediately, and it took her about 6 months to work her way up.
I remember that story.
Which did not help the situation.
That is too
But,
funny.
But I think I had just a couple things. Obviously, the person had to be a believer and had to be faithfully following the Lord. And I didn't want the person to be flirty, I guess is the easiest way to put it. Somebody that is obviously desperate to be married or desperate to be in a relationship and doing whatever they can to get into a relationship. And so I didn't want anybody that was pushy. I wanted someone that was stable and had a stable relationship with the Lord.
Little did he know.
And and I wanted I think the other non-negotiable was I wanted her to want to have kids. So
Nice.
Those were the big things. And there were other ones, but those were more negotiable. Those are the big ones.
So we're you guys are both looking at this at finding a spouse from a very mature perspective, but it sounds like at least from Allan's perspective or experience, not looking at that from a godly vantage point where you're seeking God's best for you. It doesn't work out as well, and I think that's probably true for most guys. I mean, we'd be an idiot to say that most guys look at women about that age, when you're later teens, early 20s, like, wow, they're just beautiful and I want a beautiful wife and whatever. But you were looking for a lot deeper than just skin deep, just looks. You were looking for someone who was walking faithfully with the Lord, and then you had other requirements. And I think that's great. It worked out for both of you. And I hope you have a whole bunch more kids. I'm looking forward to them. So
Can we get to the important questions?
yeah,
now?
it's been a year. When are we having the next one? Was that the question? That's what I was looking for.
Listen, no, I'm not gonna.
I want to have more kids. Let's
Yeah.
have more kids.
It's-
I'm done. So y'all get after
They
it.
say practice makes babies.
That's right. They do say that.
Not. Yeah. If there's cute one, we'll consider it.
If they're
If not, we might put them back.
if they're not cute, we'll put them back.
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
Return to
Okay.
sender.
So you had something you wanted to say, Eric. Sorry.
Oh
No?
no, I was about to ask the exciting questions. I mean, I want to know.
Let's
Like,
get it. Let's go.
Hairstyle versus IQ level. Somebody's got some things to say about this.
I think we've covered who they are now. We know who they are. The listeners know
Oh yeah,
who we're talking to. So now let's get into
get
these
some
questions, Vic.
Appropriate background.
Let's do it.
All right, so here we go. Here's the thing about these questions. And these are debates that men and women have had for generations, Josh. These 4 questions, okay? And so we're not gonna just like the whole, we just talked about young earth, old earth. We're not gonna settle it permanently, but we'll solve it temporarily. Like, we're gonna have a general opinion at the end of this thing. Doesn't mean it has to be yours. You're welcome to be wrong. But we'll tie some of these things together because these are really important questions. I think that, we're turning this into like, this is something that dudes would talk about like around, with
campfire,
a coffee or a cold one, right?
Yeah.
And so the first one, I don't think I've ever had this debate. This is going to be good.
Let's hear it.
Men's hairstyles versus IQ level. So I'm going to go, Vic, you asked the question. I'm going to go ahead. Well, I say I'm going to, why don't you go ahead and start us off with your opinion on this? Because clearly you have one. And then we'll go ahead and start firing back. And Allan, jump in at any point here.
So hairstyles in general for men convey more than they think. And unfortunately, a lot of times when you're like in middle school and high school, your environment, your school controls what hairstyle you can have. So then whenever these guys graduate, they lose their minds. And it shows in their hair because they either grow it out ridiculously, they get a mustache to the point where they can like twirl it or anything like that.
We've established you hate those unless you're a child molester. That's what you said.
Yep, pretty much. And some people in the room that I'm sitting in may have tried the mohawk because their best friend.
Not a mohawk, a mullet.
It's worse.
Totally
it was worse.
different.
I forgot.
Business in
It
the
was
front,
a mullet.
party in the back.
Yeah, IQ 7.
7? A mullet 7?
Is that
A
because
little
of Joe
higher.
Dirt?
Hold
Little
on. What's
higher.
our scale? Of 0 to 100?
0 to 10?
0 to 10. Okay, a mullet would be like a 2.5.
So what I'm hearing in
Yeah,
the back
but
of my
like-
mind, just so you know how my IQ level, as she's talking about, you can tell a lot from a guy by his hairstyle. I'm hearing, Mom always said you could tell a lot by a person's shoes. These are my special shoes. Well, I got out of the Army and I grew a really long beard. So this is my special beard.
Hey, Maddie B, look up the top 5 or 10 hairstyles for men. We're going to start ranking some of these IQ levels.
Okay, well, let's talk about one that's near and dear towards me and Eric's hearts, Vic, and weigh in on this.
Mhm.
Eric and I are both at that age of experience and maturity and, literally laps around the sun, where our hair may not be as lush
Present?
as, yeah, that's it. Present is the word I was looking for. As present as it once was in our early 20s.
It's tired.
My hair is very tired. Eric had I don't want to say a growing, but a more exposed bald area around the crown of his head. And a good friend of ours, everyone,
We've covered this. You've
America's favorite pastor, walked by and scratched his bald spot on the
In
back
church.
of his head in church. And Eric's like, no one will ever get that opportunity again. And he's been shaving his head ever since. Now, he's got a very clean cut, very manly looking beard and a bald head. I have the same exact situation going on. And Holly has said to me, hey, why don't you just go ahead and shave it? And I say, who am I to shave off the hair God gave me? I'm going to rock whatever he gave me. I don't care. I can't see the bald spot. It doesn't bother me. And if all I'm left with one day is a bald top of my head and a hula skirt around the sides and back, then I'm rocking the hula skirt. And she just looks at me with the most disturbed, disappointed look on her face and shakes her head and leaves the room. But that's where I stand.
Which one of those
exactly? Which one, Vic?
Alan, you can jump in. Vic, which one of those is okay? What's the IQ of a balding
hula skirt wearing man,
hula skirt wearing haircut, and a shaved head haircut for 40-year-olds?
See, IQ level, I would put them I think both are equally respectable.
Boo! She
this
punted.
I like it.
Josh, even just thinking back to Thanksgiving, I never even noticed your bald spot.
Vic,
I did.
Hey, come on, Alan. Look, man, you've been pretty rough with me. The last thing you did was make me eat a spoonful of minced garlic.
Oh,
golly, he's been rough on me lately.
come on. All right.
Thank you, Vic.
Fine. Maddie B, what are the top 5 haircuts, 10 haircuts for men? What'd you find? Give us a name, and you two give us the IQ. Can we just get you two arguing or something? Let's do something here.
All right, so let's continue. All right, so according to AI, yeah,
Oh God.
yeah.
Way to start.
There's the argument starts now.
So according to number 1, it said the textured crop, a short, easygoing style with a modern, slight, messy look featuring shorter sides and textured hair on top, perfect for a stylish yet low-effort vibe.
The
I don't know.
dumbest.
That sounds dumb.
Yeah.
Shorter.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like a 6. It depends on how vast the difference is between the length of the hair on the top and the shaved sides.
Sounds
So,
like a
I
haircut
would
where
say-
you think you're a 9, you're actually a 1.
Well, tell me this, Vic. Your husband has very put together, clean cut, sharp looking.
Oh, do they all come with a
hairstyle.
picture?
Oh, no,
perfect.
Vic, this is definitely a 2. This
Put
guy
that in
is
front of the camera.
This guy is straight from New Iberia.
Can you text it to us?
Yep, I am. Hang on a second. This
Oh, he might be related to me then.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's terrible. That guy is way low. I'm going to say a 3.
Okay, now this just brings more shame upon myself. I just sent it to Allan. I don't have Vic's number saved yet.
Do it on here.
No.
This guy is
Okay.
straight from New
Phone ring.
Iberia. Guaranteed.
Oh no.
I just like to
Probably.
describe it. All right. While you get out, go to the next one.
All right. Style number 2 is the short pompadour.
Let me see it.
Whatever. Who makes this up?
Oh my
AI.
gosh.
No, we're done
This
with
is
this.
a
Girl's
ah.
haircut.
This guy's got a shaved head. That's the most popular. That's the dumbest.
That's the second, according
All
to
right.
this.
So this guy. Okay. What's it say? Read that, and then I'll
Yeah,
and
all
then I'll actually put it into man
All
words. Terrible
Okay.
haircut.
These are
What's it called?
French
It
crop.
says a short pompadour.
Give me a break. Let me see it again. Read the description.
It doesn't. It says a contemporary take on the iconic pompadour.
Oh my
the
gosh.
classic.
Give me
meets
this. Let me
mo-
see it. So it's basically like
these are all
it's
dumb. AI is
you've
dumb.
got
right
a
No,
now.
this is a website now.
send them the
What
link.
part of the world is this?
Send them that link.
I don't
no.
know. I think this is a modern.
It's basically a shaved. It's a shaved head up until like a finger below or 2 below, like where your crown turns, and then it's like 2 to 4 inches
Yeah, it's like
with a
4
hard
inches.
part and a fluffy front.
Oh, it's so dumb.
The
It's
dumbest.
a worship leader haircut.
What is it?
So like, it's a worship leader haircut.
A worship leader haircut.
It
Oh,
is.
Kind of
yes.
is.
Oh, that's it.
It totally is.
Nailed it.
All right,
Nailed it.
that's terrible.
Well, how about this? Let's move on to hand lotion because I think that was one that Vic brought up, didn't she? About scented hand
Hold
lotion.
on, hold on. Let's go. Let's just put this to bed on man haircuts. All right,
Yeah.
most common men, flat tops.
Oh, like a military haircut.
Yeah,
Buzz cut.
Like, I mean, it's like a 5 because at least it's put together. But when it's completely flat, you're just kind of like, why did you let someone do that to you?
Well, doesn't your
Like
dad wear a flat top a lot?
Well, but his head is round, so it doesn't look flat. If
Well,
it looks
his is-
flat, I got.
I don't know if his is really like a flat top, but it's definitely more like a military clean cut.
Here's what I'm gonna say. So what about like a clean part, like well kept on the side? What's the most smart looking haircut?
Yeah. Dapper.
The one that asked is obviously
Yep.
because I gave it.
You got his hair?
Why,
Yeah.
Alan? You let her admit that just now.
Yeah, I taught her.
I done. He took back. Yeah, he
If I
took
could
back the
take
haircut.
I can save $30 a month on a haircut.
That's a valid
I'll do
point.
it.
That's
Facts.
exactly right.
Hey, I'm all for it. You're
All
right.
right.
You're
What's the
right.
dumbest haircut?
I think
you
she
gonna say
said
the
it was
mullet?
mullet.
Man,
Yeah.
no, man bun's worse than a mullet.
Oh, a man bun. Your IQ, because not only are you not that smart for choosing it, your judgment level is somewhere, and testosterone level somewhere near the basement.
Yeah. And usually it's out of laziness.
And even worse if it's dreadlocks or it's like hippie hair, where you like haven't
Agreed.
washed it. It's kind of like,
Agreed.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm stressed out just thinking about it.
I think hippie hair has to be worse than a man bun.
I mean, really, it depends on can I smell it? If I her hair and can smell it, it's nope, not
All
good.
right. Yeah, that's fair. All right, next set of questions, and then we'll wrap it up, and then we'll go into like the real like, hey, what do we learn from marriage episode? But Josh, what is our last warm up question for this one?
I thought she had more questions that she
She
sent
did.
in,
You
like-
said sense. That's when I was trying
Yeah,
to tee
so
up with.
it's the hand lotion, but I would even go to even cologne. So can guys wear scented hand lotion? If so, what kind? And what about colognes? What cologne is too much? Is there one that's not? Or should we just stick with the good old safe play and use some Brute aftershave? Nobody uses Brute.
I don't have a problem with cologne as long as it doesn't make the people inside the car roll down their windows,
That's
or
fair.
if you're inside, have to leave. I had a cousin that we could smell him coming down from a block down the street. He had so much cologne. Crazy. So if you're wearing that much cologne, there's a problem.
Are we okay with scented hand lotion for men though?
I'm not.
No.
It's
Vic?
depends.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
all the guys
this-
are saying no, but what's the ladies say?
Well, lotion generally has a scent. Like even the quote unquote unscented ones might smell a little sweeter, which is fine. But the minute you start getting into like peach lily or, coconut shea butter, like, that's wrong.
Yeah, Vic.
Unless it's like a medical emergency where your hands are so dry they're cracked and bleeding.
Yeah.
Then one time you may use the frou-frou lotion.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's out.
yeah. It's just temporary until you can get to like Walmart and get you something else that has unscented lotion. But at church here, they've put scented soap in the bathroom, and I swear it's like fairy dust and lily petals and unicorn farts or something. It smells. It's so obnoxious. It makes me not want to wash my hands, but I have to. 'Cause I went to the restroom. So then you walk out of there, you're like, I can't go shake a bunch of people's hands without washing my hand. But then I shake their nasty hands, think I want to go wash them again. But now I smell like fairy dust and lily petals. Why don't they just get manly smell like something, I don't know, sage or fresh cut pine trees or something?
Smoky.
Yeah,
Tell
smoky.
you what, though, men's scents cost a lot of times.
Like
And
cologne?
picking, yeah, but also who's picking the soap in the men's restroom? Is it not the women?
Oh, it's that same lady that painted the whole church in French country colors. That's who it was, guaranteed.
Yeah,
she's
that's
like 75 and has blue
all-
hair. No offense to her, but I'm just saying.
I have a feeling it's getting cut out.
No, that stays in. I demand it. She ain't gonna listen to this podcast. I promise you. That's all right. That's all right.
So there it is, Maddie B. Yeah, so this episode here was like a little bit of a warm up. We wanted to get to know Allan and Victoria, and so we did tackle some really tough issues, like which IQs are best for which hairstyle, right? Or which IQs match up with which hairstyle, things like that. But for the next episode, as we wrap this one up, we're gonna go ahead.
We want to talk a little more relationship stuff on the next one. I think here's some stuff. We sent you some show notes that were completely irrelevant. So that was a good warm up for you guys.
We've heard some of it, like
yeah,
a
we
third
have.
of it.
Yeah, we covered some of it.
Yeah, we might have. We want to talk about things like, especially from Allan's perspective, what is it to pursue a young lady in a way that's honoring to her, respectful, and mostly honoring to God? Like, what did that look like for you guys? What was dating like? What was married life like? Getting married, and then what changed after? We just finished an early New Year's ish recording, and we talked a lot about change. We weren't going to talk about stupid New Year's resolutions, although they're not stupid. I mean, like, whatever, you want to do a New Year's resolution, do one, but you're going to probably blow it by 3 weeks. But anyway,
Therefore making it stupid.
yeah, get your little Gold's Gym membership, and then pay your tax the rest of the year for not going. But I support it if that's what you're into. Do your New Year's resolution. So we just talked about changes, and that was good. But I think you guys probably went through some changes whenever you got married, like every married couple does.
Yeah.
Challenges, what life's like. How does perspective change when you have a wife that you need to care for, and then a child comes on the scene, and then and the same for Vic as well. Those changes. What did you wish you knew before you were married? So those are some of the things we want to talk about in this next episode. But this one was more of a get to know you and get to see a little bit inside the life and minds of Allan and Victoria. And
Awesome.
and then we're going to tear up some hard questions.
Yeah, I really think, and I hope you all ready for it. Y'all better start stretching because we're going to dig in. I'm really interested because you and I haven't been 20 for 20 years. Or
Yeah,
more.
well, yeah, but I'm Yeah.
It's the
that's
next,
true.
yeah. And so when we come
We're
back
older.
for the next episode, I really want to focus on, like, we talk a lot about, well, here's what I just want to I want to give our 20 somethings folks, and maybe our early 30s new marriage folks some real, just like gritty perspective and advice. And just like, hey, these guys just went through it. And I think they did it in an honoring type of way from what
Right.
we've discussed.
Right.
And so, like, man, what does that look like? How do you address those challenges? How do you do, we'll just leave it there. Like, how do you address those?
Sure.
And what advice would you have for others that are a season behind you? And maybe we can give some of these two young spry couple a little bit of a season ahead advice, see what questions they got for us. And so we'll answer some questions like for people behind in the season behind them, give them some advice for people a season in them. And maybe we'll give these, Alan and Vic a chance to ask some questions about some folks that are a season ahead of them, right?
Yeah.
We'll cover all three. But
What I'd like to do is end with this. We usually start with an icebreaker, a funny story. I am going to reach back into my very fading memory as I make my extra laps around the sun. But Alan, can you tell me about the first time you met Victoria's dad?
Oh boy. Yeah. So I was flying into Lafayette to staff at a Bible program at Southside Bible Temple in Lafayette. And I needed somebody to pick me up at the airport. So Victoria offered to get her dad to go pick me up. So he did. And showed up with his Jeep. And Victoria and I weren't talking at the time. Long story, which maybe we'll get into in the next episode. But we weren't communicating. So her dad was not a huge fan of mine at the time. So the first 10 minutes in the car were pretty tense. A few light questions, but within 10, 15 minutes, we started getting along and talking really well. And then he got the bright idea to have me go see Victoria. He knew that we weren't supposed to be talking, but I kind of was like, all right, we'll make an exception and I'll go see her. But Victoria didn't know that this was happening. But he thought it would be hilarious if he told Victoria or made Victoria think that he had kidnapped me. So what he did was I jumped into the back of the Jeep, which didn't have any seats, and he tied me up with some rope and gagged me and blindfolded me.
He did this willingly.
Oh, yeah, I did this willingly.
He thought it was, yeah.
And so he drove up to the house and told Victoria, hey, I got a gift for you. And I was recording from the inside of the car. So he came and opened up the car, and Victoria freaked out.
He was like, you like stuffed animals, right?
Yeah.
oh, wow.
So back at the Jeep, all tied up and gagged, and jumped like she'd seen a.
That's funny.
Yeah, no.
Great.
Normal.
That was my intro.
That's
a pretty good
100%
icebreaker.
John Hammonds, 100%. But actually,
Well, that was in.
that's Victoria's humor too, though. It fits right in line. Vic, if you'd have thought of it, you'd have done it.
So there you go. That's right. Yeah, so there's a little
Little insight to the next
piece of advice,
episode.
for all you dads out there. If you really want to impress your daughters, tie up their boyfriend, gag him, and throw him in the back of the car.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
you really you got a nice breaker.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure right then, at that very moment when you agreed to do that, John Hammonds was you just elevated in his book the minute you said, "Yeah, I'll do that."
Oh, I'm sure.
Guaranteed. He's like, this guy might be a keeper.
He
He's a
was
little-
very glad that I acceded to that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
funny.
right.
That's
I could
great.
see
All
it.
right. Well, look, we thanks for coming on. We're gonna have you back, so just hang tight. It'll be a couple days in podcast time, but only a couple minutes in real time. But yeah, we'll bring you on back. And before we go, I want to mention, hey, look, if you got questions like Victoria had, hit us up at thechoicepodcastshow@gmail.com. You can also now, please, come on. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Like and something about a bell. Click a bell, I think.
Subscribe.
Yeah,
I think it's smash the bell is what
smash
the
the
cool kids
bell.
So
like
you get
and
notified every
subscribe.
time we post something.
Follow us on Facebook.
Scan the QR code.
Yeah,
on
there's
the
a bunch
video.
of Yeah, there you go. There's a bunch of cool things you could do. So do all those things and email us at the choice podcast show at gmail.com.
And if you do, you can come defend yourself like Vic and Allan.
Doing a great job of it so far. But we've been pretty easy on them. It's about to get more difficult.
The second hour is where it really hits.
And with that, remember this. Men of the world and women follow trends. Men and women of the faith follow truth.
Make your choice.